Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So let us talk about the concept of overloading. Overloading is one of the most important concept in the Java language and it is a feature of polymorphism. Okay, so let us just see what are the topics of overloading in the Java. Overloading concept in Java language, overloading is classified into four categories like method overloading, constructor overloading, method overriding and dynamic method dispatch. These are the four topics in the Java language. So the first topic is completely based on what is a method, how to define method in different ways in a one class. So this class we can call it as subclass. Okay, and the second concept is completely based on the constructor. So if you know the constructor well, we can easily understand what is a constructor overloading. And the other one is method overriding. So to know the method overriding, you have to know about the concept of inheritance. So we must know about what is the inheritance. Once we know all the topics of the classes, we can easily understand what is the dynamic method dispatch. Okay, so that is runtime binding. So let us discuss about the first topic, method overloading. Right? Let us see. Do you know what is a method? Method means it is one kind of function in a class. So basically in C++ or C language, we can call it as functions. So a method is going to be execute one kind of task in a program. So in a class, we can define number of methods. These methods in a class, we can call it as actions. So let us see how various actions are going to be executed in our concept of method overloading. So method is executes one kind of task. See, what is a method? A method is going to be executed task. So if you take a subclass, that is nothing but a class. A class is combination of data, that means instance variables and methods like method 1, method 2 and so on. So these things we can call it as properties and these things we can call it as actions, right? So we are talking about this. So a method is executing one kind of task in a program. So what is the concept of method overloading? The process of defining same method, one or more times. Okay, the process of executing same method, the process of executing the same method two or more times in a subclass is nothing but method overloading. Method overloading. So what is the meaning of that? That means we are taking a test is a method of the class name is like overload. From this overload subclass, this test is using like printing information. Okay, printing information and calculating a plus b value, define a value and define square value. Like that, one method executes number of tasks within a class is called method overloading. Method overloading. So what is a method overloading? The process of defining the same method n number of times to execute n number of tasks is nothing but method overloading. So let us take small example for your convenient. Okay, there is a person. Okay, so like you are a student. This is one task for you. You are a job holder. This is one more task for you. And you are a homemaker. It is one more task to you. And you are going to be develop your particular activity, particular habit. So that is one kind of task. So one person is ability to execute number of tasks different kind of times is nothing but method overloading. Okay, in the similar manner, the process of defining one method two or more times in a same class is nothing but method overloading. Okay, so let us see what is the syntax of this. See, there is a syntax. Let us talk about the syntax. Return type. So return type is keyword and we have to define method name. method name. And so here we have to define list of arguments. So list of arguments are common. Okay, so list of arguments are optional and followed by logic of particular method. Okay, so this one we can call it as optional, right? So this is the basic syntax of method in either subclass or main class. So how to define a method overloading concept? See, test is a method. The first test method is printing information. The second method is going to be print, this is the message, and this print a value. And the third time it is going to be calculate a plus b value. And fourth one we are going to be calculate square value. So you can clearly observe that this is the test method is executing multiple jobs. So within the class of overload. Overload is one class and it is going to be execute n tasks, right? So let us see concept wise notes information, and before that there are some rules. Okay, so the rule one is method name must be same. Method name must be same. And rule 2 is return type may be same or different. Maybe same or different. And list of arguments must be differ. But sometimes it is same when data type is different. These are the three rules. Okay, so the rules are like same method we must be used in entire class, and the return type may be same or different. You can use like void, you can use like integer, you can use like float, you can use like double, anything is valid. List of arguments must be differ when the return type of arguments are same. Okay, but sometimes we can use different. For example, I'm using int a, but next time I'm using double b or double a. So this is the different, this is the different. So this cases we can use same data types. Let us see in the program in detail information. Okay, so the logics may be same or different. So these are the rules. So let us see how it will be happen. So this is the concept of method overloading, and we have some kind of rules we defined so far. So let us discuss about. See, you can clearly observe that overload is a class name. Okay, so the class name we can call it as subclass. And test is a method. Okay, this test method we are using 4 times of the program. See, the first test message is going to be print, like no parameters, just message, as we discussed example like this. And the second one is going to be print only one value as per the example. Print a value, in place of a there is a x. And third one is going to be print x value and y value. Otherwise you can calculate x plus y also. So here I am writing like a plus b. You can also write like printing of a and b values. Okay, so now there is one more function. So it is going to be print square value. Okay, like x into x. Okay, you can clearly observe that the return type as per the rules, return type of the data type must be same or different. We are using for 3 functions are same, but this one is different. Okay, and arguments, there are no arguments here, no parameters, no arguments. Arguments both are same. And x, we are taking int x is same data type. We are taking different parameters like x and y, and but same data type we are using here. Okay, same using here. And coming into that, this only one kind of parameter, both are one kind of parameter, but data type is different. See, when you call some file, directly it is calls int x. If you give 5.5, then it will be called double R. So this is the way object is calls the information through the JVM. Okay, this is the concept of method overloading. Okay, see, this is the logics of everything, and let us go for the main. In the main, overload demo is a main class. We have to save the program like overload demo.java. Okay, so we are creating like A to printing the information. Okay, so overload OB. See, whatever thing we are defining, the same thing we have to write. OB is object name. So new overload, this is the way we have to create the object. And ob.text. ob.text means this information is going to be created. ob.text of 8 means this information is going to be created. ob.text of 9, 8 means, so x taking 9 value, y taking 8 value. And ob.3.5 means this 3.5 is taken by this. Ultimately what I'm printing? I'm printing double value. You can also print this information also, like you have to print system.out.println plus ob.test. That information is also available, but as per my requirement, I'm printing all values. Okay, all values based on the program, right? So this is the way we have to define method overloading in our Java language, right? Method overloading. So the detailed information is available. Okay, kindly check it, and it is one of the important question in long answer, right? I hope you understand what is the concept of method overloading. See, this concept is completed. So we know what is a method and how to overload the method in a subclass. So let us go further. Let us move for the next topic. So this is the topic like constructor overloading. For this constructor overloading, we must know about what is a constructor. What is a constructor and types of constructors. So we have to know about what is a constructor, what are the types of constructor, how constructor is used in a Java program. So let us see in the next video, right? Thank you for watching. Hit like button. Bye.